I have two stories from Frog and Toad All Year by Arnold Lobel. Ice cream. One hot summer day, Frog and Toad sat by the pond. "I wish we had some sweet, cold ice cream," said Frog. "What a good idea," said Toad. "Wait right here, Frog. I will be back soon." Toad went to the store. He bought 2 big ice cream cones. Toad licked one of the cones. "Frog likes chocolate best," said Toad, "and so do I." Toad walked along the path. A large, soft drop of chocolate ice cream slipped down his arm. "This ice cream is melting in the sun," said Toad. Toad walked faster. Many drops of melting ice cream flew through the air. They fell down on Toad's back. "I must hurry back to Frog," he cried. More and more of the ice cream was melting. It dripped down on Toad's jacket. It splattered on his pants and on his feet. "Where is the path?" cried Toad. "I cannot see." Frog sat by the pond waiting for Toad. A mouse ran by. "I just saw something awful," cried the mouse. "It was big and brown." "Something covered with sticks and leaves is moving this way," cried a squirrel. "Here comes a thing with horns," shouted a rabbit. "Run for your life." "What can it be?" asked Frog. Frog hid behind a rock. He saw the thing coming. It was big and brown. It was covered with sticks and leaves. It had 2 horns. "Frog," cried the thing, "where are you?" "Good heavens," said Frog, "that thing is Toad." Toad fell into the pond. He sank to the bottom and came up again. "Drat," said Toad, "all of our sweet cold ice cream has washed away." "Never mind," said Frog. "I know what we can do." Frog and Toad quickly ran back to the store. Then they sat in the shade of a large tree and ate their chocolate ice cream cones together. The surprise. It was October. The leaves had fallen off the trees. They were lying on the ground. "I will go to Toad's house," said Frog. "I will rake all of the leaves that have fallen on his lawn. Toad will be surprised." Frog took a rake out of the garden shed. Toad looked out of his window. "These messy leaves have covered everything," said Toad. He took a rake out of his closet. "I will run over to Frog's house. I will rake all of his leaves. Frog will be very pleased." Frog ran through the woods so that Toad would not see him. Toad ran through the high grass so that Frog would not see him. Frog came to Toad's house. He looked in the window. "Good," said Frog. "Toad is out. He will never know who raked his leaves." Toad got to Frog's house. He looked in the window. "Good," said Toad. "Frog is not home. He will never guess who raked his leaves." Frog worked hard. He raked the leaves into a pile. Soon Toad's lawn was clean. Frog picked up his rake and started home. Toad pushed and pulled on the rake. He raked the leaves into a pile. Soon there was not a single leaf in Frog's front yard. Toad took his rake and started home. A wind came. It blew across the land. The pile of leaves that Frog had raked for Toad blew everywhere. The pile of leaves that Toad had raked for Frog blew everywhere. When Frog got home, he said, "Tomorrow I will clean up the leaves that are all over my own lawn." How surprised Toad must be. When Toad got home, he said, "Tomorrow I will get to work and rake all of my own leaves." How surprised Frog must be. That night, Frog and Toad were very happy when they each turned out the light and went to bed.